and that's paid off. But what has happened is, you know, on another day, Puran gets away and say, right, work your magic. You've bowled against lefties before, and you've got to, despite it being a matchup, you've got to try and take him down. What's happened is they've not scored many, and Hussain comes in to bowl now. And might well be the tougher one to face because of this slow surface and because of his high quality.
Here's a look at the best of this Lexus power play. Smith Patel paired back, we never even got a hand on that one. And de Kock found a bit of form. One particularly big maximum into the leg side, but Nicholas Pooran promotes himself up the order, and it didn't work.
Yeah, Akil Hussain plays everywhere. Yeah, this is how he contributes to that Lexus power play with a wicket. Starts at the wicket maiden, and suddenly that game's pulled well back. They had gone well anyway in that power play, and that the rate is going towards 14 means that it is Texas Super Kings who are in charge of this, despite feeling that they were at a disadvantage batting first.
I think what Stephen Fleming said, though, about doesn't really need to win a toss because it might have been a very good toss to lose tonight. Pitches that we've used here, it's only been the two of them that we've rotated between. So after a heavy patch of 12 games here across 10 days, I think you might end up playing towards their benefit. That required run rate continues to grow, well over 13s. That'll help drag it back down, though. The maximum burst through the fans' hands there. 7 ball, 54 for 2.
Yeah, just...
He's falling apart.
Remy's not getting back to any of my calls.
He's trying to reach Remy as well.
Yeah, have you heard from him?
Not in a couple of days.
I've got this feeling that something isn't right.
Will they be able to pick up the pieces?
Remy?
He's falling apart.
Remy's not getting back to any of my calls.
He's trying to reach Remy as well.
Yeah, have you heard from him?
Not in a couple of days.
I've got this feeling that something isn't right.
Will they be able to pick up the pieces?
Remy?
He's not going to let Kirby down.
We better have a really good explanation as to why he stopped answering our calls.
Rem? Hey.
Home and away. This week on 7.
Finds that Faf du Plessis definitely believes pace off is the way to go on this used surface. Thought there might have been a chance for him to go with 3 frontline spinners, get Mohammed Mohsin into the attack, into the 11 tonight even. That's the 6. It was just helped around the corner, the wrong line from Akil Hussain. But Ferreira gives enough all-round skills to be able to offer a third spin bowling option.
Who are you dropping then?
Nicely picked up. Tajinder Singh, so good in that last innings. He hit a lot of those.
Around the wicket, but it's tossed up. And that's an invitation. All right-handers, off spinner. Will certainly go at that. Nicely into the arc and dispatched. You'll wonder why he didn't go with a bit more pace on it and flatter the first time round.
Yeah, 8 sixes the other evening. The acceleration was the most remarkable aspect of that innings, wasn't it? 9 off 10. All of a sudden, almost in the blink of an eye, it became 95 off 35.
Yeah, and tonight needs to go right from the outset. Make sure that he's going at a decent pace. And it's the score, the scoreboard that dictates all of it. Can't afford to fall too far behind.
They really hadn't shown a huge amount in Major League. Had done so much through minor league, part of that graduation. Playing for the Chicago Kingsmen, had a great year last year. 395 runs in 9 innings there. But this knock, well, it was out of this world. And the acceleration and the quality was remarkable to watch. Bit of exhibitionism too.
Yeah, they did play well. And not just him, but he was the acceleration required and kind of clicked everybody else on. That it got away. Yeah, something all of them would have been scratching their heads about when they got back into the change room.
Just remarkable. It came in a losing effort. The 97 off 40 from Hetmar slightly outdid Tajinder Singh's efforts. Didn't take away from the quality of his knock though. 8 have been bowled at 64%.
Charlie Curnow turned onto the ground on his bike. He should keep that bike because if he keeps playing like that, he'll be delivering a reach soon.
Alistair Clarkson will ride on in.
Where are you going? I'm going early. I've got Charlie Curnow's bike. See you later.
On the front bar, Wednesday, 8:30.
They picked up a couple of wickets. And they're trying to swell that 223.
All to play for here in Cognizant MLC in the final game at Grand Prairie before we return for the playoffs. Both these teams still with chances to make it. The Super Kings get a chance to qualify today. Gil Hussain has made their chances much greater. Cry of catch. And taken in the end. Akil Hussain, he's spinning a web around MI New York. And the whistles are going, flags are waving, and this crowd has so much to cheer about. Final time they'll see their team at home before we get to the playoffs. And the men in yellow want to send it out with a bang, with a win. Brilliantly done for Marcus Stoinis in the end. And a little bit of stirring the pot. A chef is cooking here. That's Akil Hussain. Quinn DeCott goes for just 35. New York 64 for 3. And Wayne Knights will signal that strategic timeout.
There are 6,000 people.
How sweet it is!
The AFL Final set Australia on fire.
Crowd says it all.
You could help vote it Australia's best sports coverage. Vote at tvweeklogies.com.au now.
Here, Wayne Knights with his shield. Look at the shield up close, guys. You've never seen this before. Vijay Malala busy, nice hydration, and then of course a lot of good work, Mr. Samuels. Come on, come with me, come with me. Now over here, very important. Won't go too close. Very important. Nicholas Pooran has been out. He's come out to have a discussion. Kyron Pollard walks in. He comes to have a discussion as well. Coaches assemble. Substitute has refreshments in his hand as well. Energy, salts, energy, electrolytes is the word I'm looking for. Replenishment. Now, what about over here? Analysts, head coach, a bit of fruits, and some discussion. Will they be talking about maybe Faf how to win a toss? Now they won't. I'm just joking. That will come later. But Stephen Fleming, short and sweet. And ideally, what you want is, come this way, what you want is, when Rushain Samuels is done, and he's had enough of these two, he has to make sure that this fielding team is ready in position so that Wayne Knights and Vijay Malala, their job is easy. A lot is happening here. You think it's a break. It's not a break. It's a timeout for you at home, but not for us. Come on, Mr. Samuels, let's go get them. He's going to get them ready. Here he goes. He's going to them, and he's telling them, yes. Fafik, as you can see, we'll be talking about who's bowling the next few overs. Where do we want field sets? And Kyron Pollard is in. So they would have had a set plan. Let's walk with Mr. Savage here. Hey, Mr. Savage, how are you? All well?
All good, man. All good.
You look so relaxed. What's this in your hand? What's that?
Just with a banana.
A banana?
I haven't had to do too much yet.
But you're just what does this do for you, you find?
Just give me something in my tummy. I didn't eat too much lunch.
All right, no lunch, just something in his tummy. Guys, wait, one before you go. There's no real win here, and also, there's no Jew. Back to you.
Nickel, how do you do it? Every time. All the way around. No do, he says, but what will Faf do will be the big question.
Well, there was a movie called Saturday Night Fever some time ago, and there's Nickel Utumtandane, Sunday Night Fever.
The experience of Kyron Pollard walks into the middle. And will join to Dinder Singh and needs this partnership to go. MI New York. Andy Morrison. Akil Hussain has been almost unplayable tonight.
Well, this will be fascinating, this. A couple of Trinis going at each other. Yeah, off the straight. We mentioned the nature of the surface being a little more tired, a little drier because of the cricket that's been played on it. And so watch out for this fellow, Akil Hussain, with his flight.
Gotcha!
Yeah, and that little bit of deception. So wily and so good. The control and the flight and the arm ball that comes back in, Aman, just comes and curves back in. He's in his element here with Pollard being a right-hander and only just out there, so he's got to get settled, get started, and see if he can start bashing, because they almost need 14 and over.
We heard about not having two on the ground. How important is that for a finger spinner when he has the ball in his hand?
Yeah, massive. Dew on the ball in the outfield. Yeah, very annoying for spinners. Well, any bowler really, but particularly someone like Akil. Does give it a good grip, a bit of flight, and does manage to make the ball spin. This is what Pollard does. Everyone's sort of jeering in there. Lost a wicket in the very first ball of the over, then the power play, and now we've had 4 dots on the trot. Here's the last ball. Well, let's see if Polly pats out a wicket maiden here, or just wants to bunt it and get the strike and keep the strike for the next over.
This looks very close. Looks very close. Finger stays down, and surely they'll go upstairs. Yeah, Faf has signaled it.
TV umpire to director. We have a close review for LBW. Original decision is not out. I've checked the feet and it's a fair delivery. Can we start with spin vision, please? Can I have ultra edge, please? Thank you. Bat, can I just check where the ball went from the bat? To show me where the ball went. It wasn't taken by any. Can you show me an angle of that? You got me, Jay? Thank you. Okay, straight to ground. Back to Wayne on field. Wayne, you can stay with your decision. Signal now.
Well done, wicket Wayne. Knights. He's off the mark, Pollard. It's the end of the 9th, and New York are 65 for 3 here.
Done well enough to get a bit of bat on it. And you brought up a point also with the replay. Might have pitched outside leg.
Yeah, I think so. When you see that, and it's always beautiful, isn't it? Hindsight with the replay and everything. But kudos to Wayne Knights. The umpire said no. And whether he thought he hit it or not, he felt it pitched outside. Oh, my goodness. There's that guy again, Rick O'Shea. into the side, and it's 4.